Jonathan, what?
Zoom.
Everything. Who's that? Who's that? Down. Good. Let him in? Yeah. Jonathan, can you stand up there? Just right behind you.
Hey guys.
Okay. Welcome, Adriva. Hey Calvin. See the lip. You look the lip. There you go. There you go. Now I can see you. Can't speak.
That was a sticker.
Oh, I see.
Protection.
We are going to get started in about 4 minutes. Parents, make sure that you put your child's first name and last name in the chat. For those of you on Zoom, so we can get you marked down for attendance. We're going to be doing some pretty cool nunchucks today, so make sure that you guys have your nunchucks nearby. We're not going to need them right away, but make sure that you don't have to go looking for them when it comes time. We're going to get started in about 2 minutes. Gonna get started in about 1 minute. One moment, please. Just had to fix some technical issues. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get started. So everyone lock it up. And close your eyes. Breathe in through your nose. All the way down through your belly button. And out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose. All the way down through your belly button. And out through your mouth. I want you to think about why you're here. Karate is not to tease or intimidate anyone with. Karate is not show off with. You're here to learn the martial arts. That is karate. That is to stop someone from hurting you. That is called self-defense. You're here to have lots and lots of fun. But more importantly, you're here to empower your hearts, your minds, and your lives. Tempo, you guys are tempo, please. Ninja Dragons, open your eyes. Say I'm committed. To constant. And never-ending improvement. So I can empower my heart, my mind, and my life. Good. Say Ninja Dragons. Power! Say Ninja Dragons. Power! Say Ninja Dragons. Power! Good. Now we need to sing our Ninja Dragon song. So let's go ahead. And a one. And a two. And a 1, 2, 3, go! I'm a Ninja Dragon, oh so strong. Learning each day what's right and wrong. During this class, I know I'll find honesty for my heart and knowledge for my mind. Dressed in my Ninja Dragon uniform, this class will teach me right or right. You might need to teach first. Now we are going to go ahead and get started with warm-ups. So everyone, run in place, go! 1, 2, you might need to teach first. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll explain later. And side to side, go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And punch jumps. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And jumping jacks. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And butterfly stretch. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, switch your feet. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And both legs out. Reach for your toes. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And frog stretch. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And one leg out. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And switch your legs. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And back to the center. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And on your feet. Good. You're going to take your arms and you're going to cross them just like scissors. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. You're going to come right here. These are called trunk twists. What you're going to do is you're going to keep your legs the same spot. You're not going to move your hips at all. You're going to twist your shoulders back and forth. So we're stretching our back. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And statue. Good. Now I'm going to turn you guys over to Mr. Jonathan. In one moment. Good.
All right, so, hey guys, the last 2 weeks we've been working on moving in our fighting stance, right? Whether that be cutting the corner or just moving up into the side and to the side, right? You guys remember that? Yeah? Perfect. So today what we're going to do is we're going to add on to that and we're going to put them together, all right? And so when we put these together, right, it's going to look something kind of like this, where we're going to do a little bit of a drill where I call out to move, launch forward, or to the side or backwards, and cutting the corner. So I'm going to show what that looks like, and then we're going to practice it, okay? So I'm going to be my fighting stance. Right here. If I say launch forward, to the side, cut the corner, forward, to the side, backwards, to the side, cut the corner, launch forward, to the side, cut the corner. All right, do you guys understand? So we're going to be facing different directions. All right? And also what this means, that if I say side to side, okay, depending on what your space allows, go to that direction, okay? So for some of you, right, we don't have enough room to go to the side, the same direction, to the side 3 times. So if that tends to be a problem, then we will go to the side, the other side, all right? So say I am stuck against this wall, and I say to the side, and you're like, I can't go this way, just launch to the other way, all right? So when I side to side, it depends on your guys' space, okay? Does that make sense? All right. So right here, we're in a fighting stance, right? We're going to practice this a little bit. All right, launch forward. And to the side. And cut the corner. And launch to the side. And launch forwards. And forwards. And cut the corner. And launch backwards. And to the side. And to the side. And cut the corner again. So I see that we're having a little bit of troubles with cutting the corner, and so we're going to practice that a little bit, okay? So everyone, fighting stance. Everyone with your front leg, take that step out and away. Now, your other leg is going to come behind your front leg and circle behind and switch. So we switch which direction we're facing. All right, so right here, I'm in my fighting stance. I step and I rotate with my back leg. And I'm in my fighting stance. I step and I rotate with my back leg. Good, you guys. We're gonna do this again. Hands up. Step and rotate with that back leg. There you go. So that's how we cut the corner. Awesome. You guys all seem to have it down fairly well. So we're going to go back right into it, okay? So fighting stance. Launch forward. Cut the corner. To the side. Do a jab cross. A jab cross. Launch forward. Jab cross. Cut the corner again. And cut the corner again. Make sure our hands are over by our face. And jab, cross. And launch to the side. And launch forwards. And launch to the side. And jab, cross. And cut the corner. And launch to the side. To the side. And jab, cross. And launch forwards. And cut the corner. All right, in time, relax, shake out your muscles, shake out your muscles. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Shaking out your muscles and statue. Nazim, when I say statue, that means right that second, okay? Yes, sir? Awesome, okay? So, with that, okay, we're moving side to side and we're cutting our angles, right? The other thing we have to make sure we remember to do, and that I'm seeing that we're having a little bit of troubles doing, is keeping our hands up by our face. All right, while we're practicing this, I see a lot of this. All right, what I want to see is keeping those hands up when we launch forward, launch to the side, cut the corner, jab cross, to the side, forward, cut the corner, cut the corner, cut the corner, jab cross. Does that make sense? So what was happening is that a lot of us, while we were doing our movements with our feet, we were dropping our hands below our face. So we want to make sure that our hands stay above our face so we can protect ourselves. So we're right here, fighting stance, jab, cross, jab, cross, and cut the corner, and to the side, and launch backwards, and cut the corner again, and cut the corner again, and jab, cross, launch backwards, backwards, and jab, cross, and cut the corner, and jab, cross, and statue. All right, I know this is a little bit harder of a drill, you guys, but you guys did really, really good, and you guys had lots and lots of control. All right, and although we were making some mistakes at the beginning, by the end of class, by the end of this station, you guys seem to have it down really, really well. So awesome job, you guys. So again, just to review, right, we worked on cutting the corner and staying in a good fighting stance while moving side to side and forward and back. All right, so now I'm gonna hand you guys over to Mr. Cato.
I'm back. Okay. Go ahead and grab your nunchucks. You're only gonna need one nunchuck. And statue. So, today we are going to be reviewing the two moves that we went over for the past 2 weeks. And that is the two kinds of shoulder passes. Everyone, statue. Let's make sure that while I'm talking, you guys aren't swinging on your nunchucks, okay? Especially because we're dealing with a weapon here, it's really important that you guys are listening to every detail. That you guys aren't playing around with these. Okay? So, we are going to be reviewing the shoulder passes that we went over for the past 2 weeks. So these ones and these ones. Okay? So, first, let's go over the first one. Now, when we're doing this, I'm going to call this hand, so the hand that has my watch on it, or from a distance it might just look like a black line on my wrist, that's going to be hand number 2. Okay? The hand that doesn't have that, okay, so it's just my bare wrist, that's going to be hand number 1. Got it? Does that make sense? Okay. So, what you're going to do is you're going to put your nunchuck in hand number 1. The hand that it's in right now is hand number 1. Remember that. Because we're not going to be switching hand number 1 and hand number 2 at all. So, take hand number 1, you're going to throw the nunchuck over your shoulder. Now you're going to take hand number 2, and you're going to hug yourself. There we go. Now you're going to grab the nunchuck, just like that. So it's looking like this. A little bit hard to see since my gi is black. But let's do our best. Now, you're going to let go with hand number 1. You're going to take hand number 2. You're going to bring it over to the other shoulder. Just like that. Good. Now we can do it from right here. Take hand number 1. Across your body like you're giving yourself a big hug. Grab the nunchuck. Let go with hand number 2. And switch. Good. So, that is one way that we can do our shoulder pass. Okay, so we're switching our nunchuck from one hand to the other hand. Another way that we can do our shoulder pass is similar but not the same. Okay? The main difference between these is this one, we're not going to let go of the nunchuck at all. Okay? So you're right here, take the nunchuck, it's in hand 1 right now, you're going to throw it over your shoulder. Take hand number 2, hug yourself and grab the nunchuck. Okay. Everything so far is the same. Now here's where it gets different. What you guys are going to do is you're going to take hand number 1. Okay? You're going to take that elbow, you're going to bring it in. And you're going to bring it down. So now the elbow of hand number 1 is touching the elbow pit. So the pit of the elbow on hand number 2. Then your arm is going to keep going down. So now that elbow is touching your belly button. Now your nunchuck is going to go through. So now the end of your nunchuck should be touching the pit of your arm. Not your armpit, but the pit of your elbow, right in between your arms. And then you go through, so now it's pointing down, and you just keep going in that same direction, and it's out, just like this. So that's part 1. Now you're going to take hand number 2, whoop, rasping it around. Take hand number 2, and you're going to bring it in. So now the end of that nunchuck is touching the pit of your arm. Almost like you're about to uppercut. Up. Your fist should be towards the air. Now you're going to make this so your elbow is touching the pit of your arm. And you're going to keep going until the nunchuck is around your shoulder. So that's how we do that second shoulder pass. The second shoulder pass can be a little bit tricky. Okay? That's mostly because we have to do some strange motions that we don't usually do, okay, in our day-to-day lives. There's not much times where we're going like this when we're just doing normal activity. Okay, so it can be a little bit tricky because it's not very familiar. But that means that it's even more important that you guys keep working on this. Okay? So we don't have enough time to keep working on a bunch of reps here in class. So what I encourage you guys to do is if your parents, it's fine if you can't, but if your parents have the time to be able to watch you, make sure that you're not going to break anything, I encourage you guys to practice this at home. Because the more you do it, the more comfortable it'll be for you guys, and the easier it'll be. So let's do it one more time. You're right here, it's in hand number 1, you're going to throw it over your shoulder. Hand number 2 crosses your body, and you grab the nunchuck. The elbow of hand number 1 is going to touch the elbow pit of hand number 2. The very end, the bottom of the chuck of hand number 1 is going to touch the pit of hand number 2. And then you're going to keep going down. So now your hands are out here just like this. Hand number 2 is going to come up, just like that. So the end of the nunchuck is touching the pit of your arm. And then your elbow is going to touch the pit of your elbow, the other elbow, and then you come up. Good. It's a little bit tricky, so don't worry if you don't have it all the way. Well, that's all we have for time for our nunchucks right now. So go ahead and put your nunchucks away. We're not going to need them for the rest of class. Now, we are still going to be working with our elbows today. Something that our Kempo and our nunchucks has in common. Our elbows. So everyone, put your feet apart just like this. Good. And bend your knees just a little bit. Not all the way down like that, but just a little bit. Just a little bit, and stay there. Now I want you to take your toes, I want you to point them in just a little, just a tad bit. So if this is normal, you're going to point them in just like that. You're going to take your knees, and you're going to point them out. Good. This is how you want to ride a horse. Okay? So I just taught you how to ride a horse. But this is also how we do a really good horse stance. Now what you're going to do with your hands is you're going to put them out just like this. Like a riding horse. Just like that. And stop, stop, stop. Now you're going to take your hands, you're going to take your fists, you're going to turn them up. So your palms are facing up. You're going to take your pinkies and you're going to put them right on your hips. Now you guys are in a really good horse stance. Okay? So, now here's what we're going to do. We're going to practice combing our hair. But we're going to comb our hair in a very special way. What you guys are going to do is you're going to take your pinky of your favorite hand. So the hand that you like to draw with, and draw pictures with, you're going to take that hand, you're going to take that pinky, you're going to put it right on your belly button. Guys, let's make sure that we're doing what I'm doing. Okay? So Adrian, can you be in a horse stance? Right now you're falling off the horse, buddy. So you take your pinky, put it on your belly button. So, now, I want you to make sure that your arm is always on your body. Okay? So you're going to keep your arm on your body. And I want you to take your pinky off your belly button and put your elbow on your belly button. Just like that. Now we get to comb our hair back. You're going to take the palm of your hand. You're going to slide it right above your ear. Like you're combing the side of your hair back. Good. And then you're going to elbow up, just like that. Good. So you get to elbow someone, get to elbow the bad guy, and comb your hair at the same time. Crazy, right? So you're right here. Good. Now, we're going to play a little game. And here's how this game is going to work. You guys are going to be in your horse stance, just like this. And you're going to close your eyes. You're blind. And you guys are going to have to really focus with your ears. So when I call out a letter of the alphabet, so the ABCs, you're going to elbow up. If I say anything other than the ABCs, don't elbow. If you do elbow, when I say banana, then you have to do 5 jumping jacks. Got it? So we're learning how to listen with our ears and do our elbows. Crazy, right? So you're right here in your horse stance. Close your eyes. And A, elbow. And B, elbow. And X-ray. Good. And W. And K. A. Y. D. E. N. Gorilla. And I. S. Bumblebee. D. A. Elbow. Adrian, I saw your elbow. 5 jumping jacks, go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And time. Statue. Stand like statues. Statues don't move. Good. Now I'm going to hand you guys over to Mr. Jonathan.
Alright, so today we're going to be talking about our word of the month, okay? And our word of the month has been courage. Alright, so 2 weeks ago when we started off this this talks about courage, right? We gave the example of a fireman, okay? The example of the firemen was that they were scared to go to the fire, but they did it anyway, right? They had that courage to go towards the fire, even though they might be scared. So that being said, and then last week we talked about that how courage isn't something you just have. It's just like any other thing in life that we need to practice in order to have. Alright? It's not just something that we're born with, although some people might be born with a little bit more courage than us, just slightly more. It's something we need to build and build and build, and so we can have lots and lots of courage. Alright? We also talked about not just building courage, but ways to build that. Examples like being the first person to go in a class presentation, or like when an instructor asks who can show off this move, whether it's a front kick, you know, whatever the move is, being the first person to raise your hand like, hey, I can show this move. Alright, those are things that take courage because it's scary to show these things or talk in front of a group of people. Today what we're going to talk about is other ways that we can build courage, okay? Other ways that, how we can add courage as part of our lifestyle, okay? So courage isn't just that, you know, you think of courage, you think of someone with courage, you think of a firefighter, the police officer, the knight, right? The knight in shining armor, right? That's, a lot of people, that's what they think about, right? But courage is doing what's right, even though it might not feel that comfortable. Courage is when you are put into an uncomfortable situation, doing the right thing, even if it makes you uncomfortable. So say you're hanging out with a group of friends, all right, and they're doing something you know that they shouldn't be doing, right? Having courage is getting away from that situation and go finding an adult. Having courage is leaving the situation because you know that thing's wrong. Having courage is telling like, hey, this is wrong, guys. We shouldn't be doing this. That is also having courage. All right, even though it makes you uncomfortable, and they might not like the fact that you're doing that. It takes courage to do those types of things. Does that make sense, you guys? Does that make sense? Perfect. All right. And so now, everyone, statue. I'm waiting for everybody to be in a statue. And drop right next to this left hand goes on top. And say honor, respect, and loyalty is my strength. Whoever thou art, act while thy part. Rock solid Kempo, the path to excellence. Make it a great life. I am relentless. Put your hands together. Come up and say rock solid. All right. Now Mr. Caden's going to unmute you guys. You guys can say goodbye to your instructors and talk to each other and say bye to each other. All right. You guys are unmuted.